Hi, this is a new series of broadcasting. It's called My Mystic Library. And actually, we started with the Great Power readings, but today I'm going to be reading the introductory sections of my recent book. It's called AR-QII, Orion, a Dreamtruth. It is an astrological and science fiction mixture, and it's a novel. But inside there are some channel messages which is denoting to how humanity should advance. So everything is starting right now. First of all, we have a little poet, and I like it very much, and I am reading it right now to you. A sweet breeze from the unknown gently touched the existence. Everything was perfect. Walk, said a voice. Walk. Get going and do not be afraid. The path is clear. The existence tossed and turned, then woke up and walked. Hello to those walking into the unknown. January 11, 2021. All started with a dream. It was a bright sunny day. A gentle breeze at the shore was blowing the hair of the two little girls sitting on the rocks, cooling their sun-warmed skins. The waves, softly reaching the shore, were licking the little feet of the girls that they hung down from the rocks into the sea. Who could have known what colors the giggles were adding to the dreams of the girls? Who could have said? Two little girls were sitting on the rocks on the beach and were dreaming, and at the same time they were chatting with each other, but no one would understand a single word of it if anyone would have listened to what they were saying. Wave is bubbling, said Ori, pointing out at the wave, heading to the shore with her finger. Wave is falling down, said Ian. Falling down, whispered Ori, slowly picked some pebbles from the sand, and started to play stone skitting. Threw a stone as a straight line straightly above the surface of the sea, and the pebble skipped a couple of times. The pebble passed through the wave, and Ori said, fell down again. Ian did not respond. What do you think? Asked Ori. Blue and white, said Ian. Such a nice smell when the waves do fall down, said Ori, giggling. That's the smell of the sea, said Ian, not of the waves. Ori replied with a serious tone, no, it is the waves. And the sea, said Ian carelessly. They found a green alga on the shore, and as holding them straight in their hands, as a straight line, the girls both took a deep breath to blow upon these alga. They made a whistling sound with it. The giggles and the laughter of the girls were mixed with some strange noises they were making. Maybe the sounds that someone else might have described as noise were the children's own music. The sounds of color and frequencies of joy were floating in the air. They wandered in their world of dreams with colors and sounds for a while. The wind started to blow stronger. The breeze, filled with the scents of the sea and the seaweed, drew them into paintings of seashells and pebbles that changed color through each wave. They started to gather seashells and pebbles, although what they collected was not fitting into their tiny little hands, even if they have joined their palms, and they were then throwing them back into the sea. Come on, Ori, we are going home, called Ori's mother, who was sitting under an olive tree on the shore, watching the girls with a smiley face. Your name is Ori, right? Asked Ian. She hadn't asked the name of her friend, with whom she was playing for hours. Ian had not noticed her mother, who was sitting silently and watching. Yes, said Ori. My name is Ori. I never heard the name Ori before, said Ian. I've heard, said Ori, because it's my name. Why don't you say goodbye to your friend, Ori, said her mother, and I'll pack our things. Goodbye, I should go. I want to ask my mom to stay 5 more minutes, but I'm sure she'll say no, and maybe if you're here again tomorrow, I can see you, said Ori. I'll be here, said Ian. Ori smiled. I'll be very happy to see you tomorrow. A white pebble on the ground with sparkling reflections of sunlight. Ori saw it at a glance and took it, closing her palm closely, closed her eyes tightly too, and muttered something in a language Ian did not understand. She opened her eyes and palm at the same moment and handed the white pebble to Ian with a smile. This stone is yours now. It will protect you, said Ori. Thanks a lot, said Ian. What shall this protect me from, I wonder? From anything, said Ori. Anything. Let's go, Ori, said her mother, holding Ori's hand. Did you say goodbye to your friend, sweetheart? Oh, I didn't, said Ori. Can we play a little more? You'll play tomorrow. And what's your friend's name? Oh, I don't know, Mom, said Ori, making a funny face. They were playing on the shore for hours without knowing each other's names. Ori felt a little guilty for not knowing her friend's name, and she made a funnier face, not knowing to do anything else. Ian, said her friend. My name is Ian. See you tomorrow, Ian, said Ori's mother. But Ori could not say goodbye as she walked away. She just could look back and wave goodbye. Ian waved back, smiling, and she was not worried at all because she knew that they were going to see each other once again tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Ori, Ian called after her, realizing that Ori was a little sad. Ori smiled and said, See you tomorrow. The waves were crashing harder on the beach with the accelerating wind. Ian focused sharply to catch the rhythm of the waves. She wished that the waves and the wind would get stronger, and the waves granted the little girl's wish. Not only her tiny feet, but her entire body was wet now. Ian loved to connect with the nature. It made her feel like there was a great power, somehow greater than hers. And Ian thanked to the waves and the wind, and jumped down from the rocks where she was sitting to collect the seaweed that was drifted to the shore. Ian was upset as she saw the stunned fish thrown into the sand by the rough waves. She immediately told the waves to calm down. Once again, both the waves and the wind listened to the little girl's voice, and the place had calmed down softly, and the sea became flat as a bed sheet, and Ian threw the fish back into the sea and watched them swim away in a hurry. Perhaps the fish that escaped the sand and was back to the sea would get eaten by a larger fish in the sea. Who could know? Every single intervention to the nature would certainly have a consequence, and Ian was aware of this. She took the white stone Ori gave her, and I don't need the stone to protect me, Ian said to herself, and threw it into the sea to protect the little fish. Now, relieved, she climbed the rocks again and sat down. She watched the sun rays dancing on the surface of the sea, as flat as it can be. It was just like an island that appeared in the middle of the sea, made of light beams, focusing on one spot. And she kept watching.